original 9 series of Halo Mega Bloks blind bags are surrounded in, well, a lot of mystery. The majority of this information and high-resolution images and video have been lost to time. Until now, with this archive series. In this series, I intend to open every single blind bag ever in both long and short form content. The first 4 series, all of the figures that were included in the bags were displayed on the packets. But the next 5 series had unique translucent gummy chase figures, and these would be included randomly, sometimes one in every box or one in every 2 boxes. And today we're going to open one. This contains 2 figures inside. How many of these still are left in the world? It's time to break one open for the archive. So Halo Mega Bloks Series 1 to 9. After this it was Alpha to Foxtrot. Series 1 had the ultra rare of the AC Spartan with assault rifle, super iconic, though sometimes the price of the blue Hayabusa goes for more until China floods the market. Then Series 2, we have the AC Flame Marine Ultra Rare. Series 3, the AC Elite Ultra Rare. It's actually one of my personal favorites. Then Series 4, this is when it started to become stacked, because this Cortana with the massive base plate is epic, and we will be opening the Cortana fresh out of a bag in one of these episodes, so please make sure to subscribe for more. This video is brought to you by my channel members, and there's tons of exclusive perks, including 24-hour early access to archive videos. Huge thanks to my pro builders, Silent Cartographer, Rashman's Bricks, Cool Kids Club, ZB1029, and my master builder, Callsign Dagger. A particularly huge shout out to you. And this is where it went a little crazy. So these figures, and pretty much all of the series until Series Foxtrot, had chase figures, and they were pretty much the thing that I was most excited about back in the day. Like, I remember very clearly when Series 5 came out and there were 3 Spartans with a beam rifle, needler, and shotgun, and they were gummy figures, and the information started leaking out in weird ways. People didn't know what they were at first. They were slowly coming out. We were trying to figure out if there were exclusives to different countries or continents, and slowly there'd be another discovery, and I'd log onto Facebook, another one's been found. It was honestly so exciting. So it was the 3 Spartans, and then they went a little nutty with all different kinds of Covenant, Storm Covenant, UNSC, and Forerunners in all different gummy shapes and sizes. And in a video soon, I will show off every single gummy that's ever existed as well. But today, just also quick shout out to Series 7. What a goated series, barely fit them all on the packaging. So Series 7, 8, and 9, we'll be seeing you in a future archive video, don't you worry. But today is all about this Series 6. I was sent this by one of my good friends, Stuart. Thank you so much for helping out with the archive. I mean, I did buy it off him, but still, this is something that has to be opened. And I know some people are thinking, Simon, how can you open this? Like, you shouldn't open the relic. You should keep it sealed. That's what Halo games taught you. I know, but this is more important. The archive is more important. And when you try and search for gummy figures online as evidence, basically doesn't exist. Mega also had a good job back in the day of having the weapons repeat themselves all the time. So you would have these 2 purple plasma rifles, so you wouldn't bat an eyelid when you felt a plasma rifle, but actually it was a gummy elite inside. And the crazy thing about gummy figures is it was 2 figures, so you would be able to, like, I remember I'd run into a store, I'd see there's a fresh box, and I'd just go like that. And you'd be able to tell really quickly if there was a gummy figure inside because the bag would just be so filled to the brim. It was some of the happiest days of my life. And when you try and find the information for these online, basically doesn't exist. You know, it took me weeks of digging to like compile a concise checklist, and there's so many nuances involved, particularly like some series have non-gummy base plates but gummy figures, and there's all sorts of things. Some have 4 gummy figures. It's crazy out there. So I'm going to be explaining it all soon, but I thought I'd start this series off by showing you what an actual gummy figure looks like, because a lot of people have never seen them before, and certainly most people have no idea they exist. So this is A22102. You can always read the code on the back of the packaging. It's printed in, and they would tell you what you actually got. They would even tell you what the gummy figure was. The code lists have kind of been lost to time. I want to dig them out, but it's not a priority for the archive. There's so little amount of blind bags sealed left anyway, people don't really need a code. The other crazy thing about this is pretty much the only gummy figure I'm missing is the gummy lime green elite. So these elites come in blue, lime green, and purple. I'm missing the lime green elite. I used to have so many of them, but I traded them all away and I accidentally must have traded my only copy. We're gonna really hope that this one's the gummy elite. If it's not, it's still really cool. And maybe eventually, like, I'm thinking about selling some blind bags that have been like opened on the channel with a certificate or something in future, you know, store drops. And one last shout out to Series 5 and 6, both having the silhouette almost of a Spartan. I don't know, I think it's probably a Halo Wars Spartan's helmet. That's just a really dope extra touch. A lot of the blind bag series, to me, they come in pairs. Like, these are a good pair. The Series 8 and 9 are effectively a little pair. They have the same kind of packaging design. I think that's just really fun. Obviously, like, Series 2 and 3 are a set, and Series 1 and 2, because 2 came out in a alternate packaging, are kind of a set. I'll go over the alternate packaging in another video. There's a lot to cover. So, please be careful when operating a knife in your household, but it's time. I'm just gonna make like a small mark so I can keep the bag intact. That's not quite big enough. I just don't want to break through to the other side. All right. So in here will be a figure. I think it's usually the Grenadier. I might be wrong. It's going to be a figure, and it's also going to be a gummy figure, and hopefully the gummy figure is the lime green elite. We've got a 1 in 3 chance, essentially. Okay, what am I pulling out here? Ready? It's the Marine. Okay, it's the Desert Marine. We've got, oh, it's the purple elite. Let's see what we've got inside. Out it comes. Wow. So this is what you would have been greeted with if you'd bagged a chase figure back in the day, which is honestly crazy, right? Like, that's so much stuff to get in one mystery bag. And I'm so happy that I'm able to show off an actual rip of an original gummy blind bag on the channel. That's just so epic. So, instruction manual first. Beautiful. It's in pristine condition. Look at that. So the common figures, we've got the Cobalt Marine. I'm not sure why it's called a Cobalt Marine. That's interesting. Cobalt Marine, Covenant Jackal, Copper Covenant Grunt, and UNSC Spartan EVA. We love that sort of stealth EVA. It reminds me of the black EVA in Series 5.5. And then we've got the rare is the sort of Noble 6, UNSC Spartan Mark 5. I think it's Mark 5B, you know? I don't know the exact details. And the Cyan Covenant Combat Elite. And then the ultra rare, we've got the UNSC Spartan Grenadier. Pretty badass ultra rare, if you ask me. Isn't this so crazy? Isn't this so crazy? Opening a gummy figure in 2025. Wow, the joint is really tough there. Whoa, there we go. That popped in. Goodness me. Whoa, these are fresh joints. And yeah, I am just absolutely elated with the feedback that I've been receiving for the archive series as of late. The joints are like super brittle. Whoa. Technically, this purple elite is kind of the most common, I guess, because this purple gummy elite also came out in a large figure pack. I've never compared them side by side. I think they're basically the same. I don't really know why Mega chose to release them twice, but it is what it is. But yeah, it's really cool to see this gummy purple elite just so fresh. Like, that is just fresh out of packaging. Brand spanking new. Oh, I love it so much. And then we've got the basic Desert Marine. These figures, I've not built an old blind bag like this for quite a while, and I forget how, you know, you really have to push those ball joints in. And I used to build, like, you know, full boxes in an afternoon. Like, that was a regular thing. I remember my thumbs would just be red raw by the end. Whoa, and it's just got that. It's just all in on that Halo Wars vibe. Like, you can imagine this Marine going through the snow in the original opening cutscene of Halo Wars, even though obviously it's a desert figure. And that's what Mega was doing. Like, they started off with the basic run-of-the-mill green UNSC, and then they were branching off into desert and Arctic, and they did so much wonderful stuff with that. Every Arctic and every desert figure and set is also a video I plan to make. Look at these guys. Can you imagine, you walk into a toy store, you know, you pick up a blind bag with your mom says you can have one, and then you think it feels a little big, a little stuffed, and then you get home, you tear it open, and it's just 2 figures inside. Like, the excitement and the fact that you get a figure that literally, you'd get this and you'd be like, what is it? I don't understand. There's no evidence of it. And that was the excitement. I mean, it's the same as like when I used to collect Pokemon cards, or when I used to collect Pokemon in the video games back in the day. I would, you know, go into school one day and someone would have a Pokemon that no one's ever seen before, because the internet was really sparse with this information. These figures, unfortunately, they leak out of China months before we even get a product reveal, so we kind of already know about them, and we know about a lot of things that just don't even come out. But back then, the only information was really people finding them and posting them to YouTube and New York Toy Fair. I remember, like, for New York Toy Fair, I'd stay up and like we'd have an Xbox party chat waiting for the information to come out for the Toy Fair, and we'd be like so excited when new figures would like drop online. I remember seeing the Toy Fair reveal for all 4 of the translucent figures in Series 7, so it changed up a little bit. But this is a piece of history. Truly, to be able to open a gummy figure, a gummy blind bag in 4K in the year 2025 is nuts. If I, like, when I was young, the year 2025 would have just seemed like science fiction. Like, there's no way we're going to get to that year. That's crazy. And there's no way I'm going to still be making Halo Mega videos. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little sneak peek into the world of gummy figures and blind bag figures. I'm going to be covering it all. I'm going to be opening it all. So make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more. Truly breathtaking. This was the 2nd generation of Elite mold. And for me, it was more akin to like Halo 3's era than it was to Halo Wars. It's a fan favorite. It's got just rich history, beautiful molding. I imagine there's someone out there that like maybe watches one of these videos and they molded this Elite. And if you did, comment down below. And then this Desert Marine as well, just perfectly encapsulates the original Halo Wars, and a great like muddied wash to it. These figures were absolutely peak when they came out. So shout out to you all. Stay awesome, stay safe. Let me know what you want to see opened next time. And the Gummy Purple Elite in all of its collectible glory is signing off. What?